this is going to be a long video. So, you might not even want to watch it, but it's about COVID. So everyone likes COVID. you know, um, I want to say a few things. I don't wish anyone harm. And the reason I think COVID has become such a passionate hot button is because people on both sides feel like the other people are harming or have a chance to harm their family, and that's passionate. So there's just a couple things that I want to say. This is lame, but there are people on Facebook who I look up to, who I know are extremely smart, which is why when they say things that are contradicting to my beliefs, I'm like, am I crazy? What? Like, I feel like I'm a rational person, so I look it up again, and and I'm just like, no, I'm right, and you think you're right, and just don't forget, like, the person you're arguing with is not your enemy, okay? Um, so, and usually when it comes to Facebook, it's all like puppy dogs and happy things, but lately, it's because of the situation I'm in, having this terminal cancer stuff, I really feel strongly about health because like if there's anyone on this planet who knows what it's like to lose health to a vanishingly rare chance, it's me. You know, I was diagnosed with non-smoking lung cancer, stage 4. Who gets that? I was working out, I was playing softball and football and all, like that doesn't happen. It happened to me. So when I see the push to get my kids vaccinated, I'm very passionate about that because I understand that when you lose your health, it's gone. There's nothing you can do. So I want to say this, I'm not anti-vax. I'm fully vaccinated. My kids are fully vaccinated, but this particular vaccine scares me, and I'm going to tell you why. Um, and I also let me say this: if you are older, if you are immunocompromised, if you're at risk, you should absolutely take this vaccine. My opinion, because the risk it's not even comparable. You're talking about your health. So like if you are 65 and you're smoking like 12 packs a day, you might want to consider taking the vaccine. Oh, okay. Um, but I'll use my kids for example. Their chance of surviving COVID, according to the CDC, and again, I looked this up multiple times, and I advise you to look it up too. Um, is 99.9996%. Okay? And if you reverse engineer that, that is a 0.0004% chance of being adversely affected by COVID. And, not for nothing, the vaccine, according to Pfizer, which I'm not going to get into Pfizer, but, what they have listed for serious side effects, which is inflammation, myocarditis, stuff like that, 0.03%. That is pretty good, but it's not 0.0004%. There's a huge difference. And when you take a vaccine and you give it to hundreds of millions of people, it's, even though it's super rare, that rare group gets larger. So to me, it doesn't make any sense to get my kids vaccinated, because to me, I'm taking a chance with their health, a mathematical chance. Now, chances are they would get vaccinated and they would be fine. But knowing what I know, if something happened to them, if they were one of those super rare people like me, I'd never be able to live with myself. So, that's the dilemma that we're faced with, because there's lots of unknowns. Um, so I just have to go by the data that we have right now. So I'm firmly in the camp of, if you're older or at risk, you should absolutely take it. But if you're young and healthy, you absolutely shouldn't, because people want to say, it's been approved by the FDA for 16 and over. Health trials are still ongoing until March of 2023. In one case, like I don't know how you can approve something if safety trials are still going on. Now, chances are it's safe, but we don't know. And as someone who, I didn't look it up because I didn't want to depress myself, because what are the chances of someone getting stage 4 lung cancer and having never smoked in their life? Probably pretty low. Um, so I just wanted to let you know that's where I'm coming from. It's that's a hill that I'll die on, because of my kids. Like there's no reason to take any risk with them. And if the data was different, if it showed that it was definitely mathematically, like, hey, this lessens the risk, they would absolutely take it, because they're everything to me. Like I don't let politics come into play at this at all. Like, if you are 12 and you would be at risk, then I would say take it. But I don't see that data, and I see variants, and I see a lot of unknowns, but those are unknowns, right? And a lot of these variants, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to, are due to mass vaccination. And you're like, well, how does that work? Um, I hate saying this because I looked it up, but it made sense to me. Okay, let's just say you have one person who's vaccinated. Let's say I'm vaccinated, right? And there's 1,000 people with COVID, and I'm just like, like that COVID is just bouncing off me like crazy, right? Hey, you can't get me, man. I'm vaccinated, baby. And but one person who has COVID, like somehow, and I don't know what the mechanism is, but it bypasses the vaccine. It's very rare, but it does. That's uh, evolutionary biology. It just will. It'll find a way to survive. So what happens is, I'm fully vaccinated now. I've got this COVID variant, right? And now I'm a spreader. Now I'm the one giving this to unvaccinated people and vaccinated people, because what I have now is not the original COVID. Now, look, Like, look at my hat. It says America. It was on sale at Walmart for 50 cents, so I took it. So, I mean, go by what you want, but that's all we can do is do the research and go with what we feel, right? Because if it's weird because I see the CDC making these recommendations, but their own literature flies in the face of that. I see people saying, ivermectin is a horse dewormer. And yeah, that's like one form, but ivermectin is on the World Health Organization's top 10 most essential medicines. It's been dosed billions of times. It's safer than aspirin. It has just like the Japan, which is extremely conservative when it comes to medicine and recommendations. Their health minister just recommended it to a population of 126 million people. Now, I'm not saying, ivermectin is a wonder drug, and man, you should just try this, because I could, as someone who has cancer, I can't tell you the amount of messages I've got. Hey man, did you try dandruff? You gotta eat dandruff, and man, that'll clear up your cancer. I'm very skeptical, you know. Um, but if you're super sick, and they're saying it's best as a prophylactic, like you do it early, like a condom. You don't want to do it after. It doesn't really make sense. But what do you have to lose, really, when you think about it? What do you have to lose? Like, if your loved one is like, there's no treatment and it's safer than aspirin, why wouldn't you? You know, but that's my piece. That's what I want to say, and I made this video because I kind of want to humanize myself and let people know why I'm so passionate about this COVID, because it just, it doesn't make any mathematical sense for young healthy people to be taking this, because they're risking their health, and yes, it's very rare, but why take any risk if you don't have to? So, Merca, keep moving forward. I gotta work out. Just been so tired lately. Oh, not that anyone cares, but I got Gamma Knife for the third time. I still think I have the, where they screwed in the bolts. 15 new ones. So, lots of whammies. So, yeah. So, yeah. That's kind of a pisser. But rock out with your socks out, and don't get caught up in the hate. Like, I've argued with many people, but I would never wish you harm, because I know that we all want the same thing. We just have different ways to get there, and it's weird because I'm pretty progressive, and I've been called, alt-right, and I don't think someone's come out and said it, but kind of like I'm a white supremacist, and I'm just like, oh shit, I am. Oh, that's news to me. I didn't know that. But you just remember, like, like I'm not your enemy. You're not my enemy. Um, and just love each other, but not without a condom.